Hey YouTube, it's Marida and welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. And in my series, My Narcissistic Marriage, My Road to Recovery, we are going to talk about future faking. If you want to see what I'm talking about, please stay tuned. All right, and we are back. So in this video, or in this series, this is my series of My Narcissistic Marriage, My Road to Recovery. If you are new to this series of mine, this is where I basically am laying out for you all everything that I've endured being married to a narcissist. Now, mind you, my husband is not diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. However, he does hit every last trait of the 9. I believe there's 9. He hits them all. I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a medical doctor. I am a registered nurse who happens to have a doctoral degree. And I do have a degree in psychology as well, a bachelor's degree in psychology. And I happen to be married to who I feel is a narcissist. He is a covert narcissist. And with that, I've been with him for 17 years. 12 of those years have been married. 5 have been just we were together. So 17 years total. And this is my story. So today, again, we are talking about future faking. And my whole plan is basically to talk to you about what that means and give you some scenarios in which he has done that and how people do that to you and have you basically hanging on by a thread hoping he would be a certain kind of way. So future faking is basically when the person, the narcissist that you're involved with, always promises something in the future that never comes to fruition. Now, that is not a Webster Dictionary definition, but that's the gist of what it is. They're always promising. It's like that carrot and the horse. So the carrot is dangling out there and the horse is back here, but that horse is always trying to get to the carrot, but he can't because why? It's all the way up here. He cannot reach it. It's the future faking. He will never get to that carrot because of the fact that the person is future faking, okay? And again, future faking, what does that look like? Well, have you ever been with someone, maybe you've been with somebody for a few years and they say, you know, you've been with this person for 10 years and you've been wanting to get married for the longest. And they keep saying, after this, I promise you we're going to get married. And it never happens. The date comes, or they never even set a date. They just say, we're going to get married next year, okay? We're going to get married in 2020. Well, here we are, the 2020. We're in the middle of 2020. We're halfway done with the year, and you still don't have a date yet. And you keep asking him, like, so when are we going to get married? And next thing you know, it's been 10 years, okay? That's future faking. Or in my husband's situation, his future faking would be things like, I'm going to get a better job. He'd always have a job, but he's always going to get a better job. He's always going back to school. He's always doing something that he's never going to do. He's always going to set up that account. He's always going to do something. I'm going to get that car. I'm going to buy us a house. How you going to buy us a house when you only making $10 an hour and you ain't saving none of it? How you going to buy us a house when you have poor credit? How you going to buy us a house when you can't even manage keeping up a car? That's future faking. And there will be times, and I fell for this every single time, where I would fall for him to say, I'm going to change. I'm going to change. And believe it or not, he would change for about 2 or 3 months, where I could see, oh, he's getting better. He's getting better. He's going to start doing this, that, and the other now. Next thing you know, he's reverted back to his old ways of doing things. When I started school, so I told him on sometime in maybe March of 2017 that I had planned on, or was trying to go back to school to get my doctoral degree. And immediately when I started to do that, he decided he was going back to school to get him a degree as well. Now, mind you, I met him while he was in college, and he was a 3-year sophomore. So I'm like, okay, he was someone who'd been in school for 3-4 years and still a sophomore because he ain't passing his classes. And he's not a college kind of person. I'm not knocking anybody who takes a trade or a military route. You have to do what's good for you. Some of us are not good at looking at the big picture in terms of, oh, in 4 years I have a degree. Some of us need something immediate. He was one of those kind of people who needed something more immediate. He was not going to do a full 4-year degree. But yet he was about to go to college because I was going to college or going back to school for graduate school. And he was just like, well, I said, well, I just started this program. I'm about to start this program and I'm about to get my hours cut at work. We both can't have our hours cut. And, so somebody has to work more, like not more, but work the same. We both can't have our hours cut. And he was just like, well, okay, well, 2020, when you finish, I'm going to be ready to start college. I'm like, okay. Well, closer to 2020 come, the less he was doing. In I want to say 2019, sometime last year, maybe early last year, he start looking for getting brochures from different colleges. And he decides he's going to apply for Penn State. Now, if you know where Penn State is and how expensive it is, we can't afford Penn State. Neither can he on a $10 per hour, job. And second of all, because he's bad with finances, he already has his student loans in what is it called? Default. So if you have your student loans in default, ain't nobody giving you no money to go to school. And you ain't working. I mean, he working hard. He works a lot of hours, but he's not making any money. So how you think we're going to pay for this Penn State education? So then the little pamphlet come in, right? The little brochure comes in for Penn State. And I open it and he shows me, he said, yeah, I'm going to get this degree in graphic design or something it was. And I said, this says master's degree. Yeah. I'm going to get me a master's degree. I said, fool, you got to have a bachelor's degree to get a master's degree. You don't even have a bachelor's degree. Oh, I must have got the wrong one then. Because he's trying to compete with me. He in graduate school trying to compete with me. Or trying to be in graduate school, trying to compete with me. And I'm like, I'm not going to say, I can't say on here what I called him. Anyway, I'm not going to say that. But I'm like, I cannot believe you up here trying to act like you really about to do this degree. Well, I'm going to Penn State and I'm going to get my master's degree. And I had to keep on saying, okay, well, you don't have a bachelor's degree. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. He up here done called the school. He done said, my whole point is they go through the motions. They go through all the motions having you would have you to believe that they are going to do X, Y, and Z when truth be told, they will never do it. They will go to the point of applying for schooling, applying for financial aid. They will go through the whole motion, but then the day come to do X, Y, and Z, they don't do it. That's the kind of stuff that they do. And I don't know how many times it's going to have to take us, and I say us because I'm including myself, to realize they were fake the entire time. So when they keep on doing this future faking, I don't know how long it's going to take us to realize. For me, it took me 17 years. Or it didn't take 17 years. I'm just now, because I'm finished with school, trying to leave. I think I realized 3 years ago, so in 2017. So what is that, 14 years? I think I realized by 14 years that this was never going to change. But at some point in time, I had to come up with an exit strategy, meaning that I had to, since I just started this program, I couldn't just say I'm going to leave today and finish school with these kids. So I had to basically use that time to prepare myself for today, for now. And so I realized very early on that he was going to tell me whatever I wanted to hear to pacify me. He was going to, again, like I said, future fake. He was going to get a better job. He's going to get this. He's going to get that. That man can't get nothing in his name. That man can't get, he can't even, if water was on credit, he couldn't even get no water. Okay. If you had to have a credit card, if you had to apply for water credit or whatever happened to be, he wouldn't even apply. He wouldn't even qualify for that. Not because of the money, because he ruins his name all over town. So he is just, he's not the one. Okay. So, and people who are narcissists typically do a lot of future faking. They will tell you whatever you want to hear. So if they promised you a baby, if that's what you all been wanting, been trying for this whole time, if it's a woman and you a man, she probably up here taking birth control. She probably taking birth control because she up here telling you that, yeah, we're going to have a baby, but she don't want to do that. Okay. Or maybe she do to trap you. You never know what their motives is. Let me share you with you a movie that just came out. Well, I won't say just came out, but I watched right before COVID hit. I went to the movies. If you have not seen the movie Invisible Man, oh my gosh, go look at the movie. I think you can rent it or do something like that on, I don't know where you rent it from. I don't know if you rent it from Fandango. I don't know where you rent it from, but find out a way to rent that movie. Find a way to rent that movie and watch Invisible Man. It just came out this year. And I want to say, actually, I don't want to say, I know when I watched that movie and I start seeing what, I don't want to give it away, but I start seeing what he was doing. I'm like, that man is a narcissist. That man is a narcissist right there. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Watch Invisible Man. Watch it, watch it, watch it. If you have not seen it, I'm telling you to go watch that movie. It's more of a psychological thriller. So if those kind of things scare you, or is it suspense? I don't remember which one it was. But if it scares you, then maybe watch it during the day. But look at that movie if you want to see what a good movie on narcissism looks like. How they try to manipulate and do things to harm you. How they work. Watch that movie. Hopefully this video has been insightful for you. My husband is a narcissist, in my opinion. I do think he has NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder. Again, I can't diagnose him with that because I am not a licensed person to do so. I am a registered nurse, however, and I know what that looks like. Please thumbs this video up, like, subscribe, and comment. I enjoy engaging with you all in the comment section. We have a good roundtable discussion on what things are going on in my life, and then what things may be going on in your life too. Many of you have come to me via here or DM me on IG and have told me that you are going through something similar. And I want to tell you that this could be why you're not healing. This could be why you think, what is wrong with me? What is going on with my relationship? What's going on with our marriage? What's going on with whatever? What's going on with my work situation with my boss? What's going on with me and this family member? If you are dealing with a narcissist, you will never, ever, ever win in that situation. Never. The only way to win is to get out. The only way to win is to go no contact. The only way to win, if you have to contact them or be in contact with them because of children or whatever, is gray rocking, which I will talk about that in another video. So thank you for watching this video in its entirety. Follow me on IG. I will have that listed somewhere above or below or wherever. I do have a business email if you want to email me about your questions or concerns. Until the next time, let's chat in the comments. You all take care. Bye-bye.